Welcome back.
Welcome back after 30 years.
What's the name of our podcast again? La Conexión? It's been 10 years since the last podcast. I think we're on I think we'll just call this episode 1 again. We've been MIA. It's funny because the last video that we did, it kind of blew up. It got reposted on Instagram. And then we disappeared.
I don't know why. It was so random, but we just didn't show up anymore.
Yeah. Dang, you hear those fireworks? By the way, happy 4th of July coming up. By the time you guys watch this video, 4th of July already passed. I don't know about you guys, but I like fireworks.
I don't care for fireworks. I honestly feel like I like watching them and I don't mind, but buying them is a waste of money.
I feel like all dog owners can agree with you that they don't really like fireworks.
Yeah, but I like them. I don't like them for a different reason.
Oh, like you don't like to buy them, but
I don't. I like watching them. I think they're cool.
I like to light them. I like to burn my money.
Yeah, not me.
Anyway, we're trying this out again. Podcast La Conexión. My name is Carlos, if you don't know my name, and this is my beautiful wife, Sandy. And so we are back with some more juicy topics today. How do we handle getting upset at each other? That's the topic that I've picked for today.
That's a good one.
I think it's a good one. Mm-hmm. I think we're very particular and we have set boundaries for each other as to like how we deal with being upset.
Really quick, if you guys don't know us, we've been together for almost 10 years. And yeah, we're still together.
We have a toddler now. And best thing that's ever happened to me is my wife and my child.
Same.
Yeah.
You're so cute.
Yeah, you see? Gotta keep it up.
Anyways. What was
Yeah, so basically like how do we deal with being
upset at each other?
Upset or mad, or if something annoys us or whatever.
Okay.
How do we deal with it? For example, let's just say it's something that like I don't know, I guess it just depends on like what it is, because it could be something that annoys you, right? Mm-hmm. Versus something that's like upsetting.
That's a tough one, because I feel like we obviously have disagreements, but I don't feel like we really get mad or really upset at each other.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like there's times where like I've been upset at a situation. In my opinion, like what do you think about giving space? Like, for example, let's say you do something and I get upset. Do you think it's okay to give space? Or do you think it's like, let's get to the bottom of this and figure it out? Or it's like, let me step away for 3 hours and not acknowledge you.
Okay, not 3 hours, but I feel like if you do need space, you would let me know. Like, you know what?
What's like a good time limit though?
Like not more than like 1 hour.
Like an hour is an absolute maximum.
Absolute max. I feel like it should only take you a few minutes to think about what just happened and realize like, oh, okay, that's what happened. So now let's talk about it. I
agree. If I know exactly like what happened and you get upset and you need like some time, I'm okay with that. But like you said, right? I don't want a lot of time to pass, because I don't want it to be something where it's kind of like, you know what? I'm over it. I don't want to talk about it because it's going to get me upset again. Right. Which I think is kind of like, that's just a waste of time too. But it's also like, okay, right now, you know, it's been 30 minutes. Let's get this show on the road and let's talk about what happened and what we can do to improve or to resolve the issue, what needs to change, because it's fresh, right?
Or if I feel like also if you feel like you're the one that messed up, it's kind of like, you know what, I realized I messed up and this is how I feel like I should have handled it or whatever.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like you nip it in the butt when it happens. I don't think there's been a scenario where it's like there's like an extremely like I'm, oh my god, I'm so upset to where like I'm, oh whoa, what was that?
What was that? Your stomach.
It was my throat. It was like a burp that I didn't expect. What was I saying before I interrupted myself? Oh, I don't think there's ever been like a situation to where I'm like super upset and it's like I'm leaving, I'm gonna drive and I need to go for a drive and be gone for an hour and a half.
Actually, that's not true.
When has it happened ever?
I think at the beginning of our relationship, it was a lot different, and I feel like it took a lot for us to get where we are now, because I feel like at the beginning we were not very.
We didn't have a lot of communication when it became something where we were upset.
Yeah, so
I agree.
At the beginning, you did used to stay very quiet, and like when you had the motorcycle, it was like, you know what, I need time, and you would leave for hours.
That's true.
So I feel like that's how you dealt with it, and how you just drove away and.
Yeah, I would go on long rides because to me that was like my coping mechanism to where it was like I felt so free riding my motorcycle. I felt so free even when I wasn't upset, right? So just like driving, it was just like, ooh, this feels so good. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm just focused on the road. And so I think I did use that as an outlet before to where it was like, you know what? I'll be back. And then I would just go pump gas and just bam, burn a whole tank.
And I stayed home, so I felt like it was like he was going out to like free his mind or whatever.
Yeah.
But I would stay home and I would just be thinking about everything that just happened, so it would not be like a healthy.
Yeah, I mean, mind you, were like 21
argument or whatever.
Like 21 years old.
This is like the first couple years when like at the beginning of our relationship.
We're like learning about each other, growing as people, and like I quickly realized like this is not the way to do it, right? So you learn from your experience as you get older. You start learning how to like how effective communication can be in a relationship, right? And so now it's kind of like if we know exactly what's happening when we get upset, we address it like pretty much
right
instantly.
Away.
Like, hey, what's going on? Like, what's wrong? What did I say? What did I do to upset you? Or like, are you just having like, some sort of bad day, or you're annoyed, or the weather's hot. I think like summer also gets people upset. You're hungry, you haven't had your coffee. But I think it comes down to just like it's situational to how long of a period of like time you need away. But it's also like we have the baby, so we both take care of her, and it's like we need to work as a team to get back into like taking care of the kid. Or
I feel like that is also another thing that has helped us even more to like deal with our problems, our arguments, whatever you want to call them, is the baby, because we obviously don't want to argue in front of the baby, or how we do have disagreements like we said, but we want her to see us solving the problem, the issue in front of her, so that she knows like
in front of her. But like we don't argue, we're not like yelling at each other.
Okay, we never yell at each other.
That's what I'm saying. It's more like of a, wait, what's going on? Let's talk about it and figure it out. If it's obviously like a conversation that needs to be held like in private, separate from a child, then we will have that conversation in private.
Yeah, but most of the times it's like something very small and like
some light.
Yeah. So usually we just resolve it, and I feel like her seeing that is kind of like, oh, okay, like there was this little issue and they resolved it.
Yeah.
So easy.
I think it does help. But overall, I feel like as far as like giving space to the person, I think it's okay, just not for a long time.
Yeah.
Like not for like a day of silent treatment. I think silent treatment resolves nothing. If anything, it makes it worse, because like she said, right, when I would leave, right, to drive, she was just thinking about it the whole time. Right, and it's kind of like this thing where it's like, oh, what did I do, or why is he so upset, or how can I? The other person starts feeling like they're the issue or they're at fault, and it could be something that it's like it was all me, and I haven't communicated that I had a bad day, or I had an off day, or I just have a lot of stress, or whatever the case may be, right? It could be me, but I'm still the one that's so upset that I left. And it's like, you're now putting the other person in a position to feel kind of bad about themselves. And I don't think that's healthy in a relationship. You always want to like uplift each other and just communicate, bro. Like that's honestly like what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, like, what do you guys think? How do you guys cope with getting upset at each other or having a disagreement? Anyway, I have a question. Completely different topic.
Okay.
The other day, I was laying down and I was cuddling with Sandy, right? So I was Big Spoon, she was Little Spoon. And I realized something, and I wonder if all women feel this way. So we were cuddling, right? And I reach around and I put my hand on her tummy, right? And she just starts like freaking out, bro. And then and she was just kind of like, "What are you doing?" Like she starts trying to move my hand, right? And I'm just like, "What?" And this is something that I consistently enjoy doing. Like I like to hold her tummy.
And I feel like I've never really noticed it until recently.
Nah, you move my hand like frequently whenever I do that.
Like I probably do it without thinking about it.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like recently I noticed that I was like, can you not do that? Because that's probably like one of my insecurities. And I feel like you touching it just felt like, I'm talking about like the lower part of your tummy where it's kind of like super squishy, at least mine is. And so he likes to like put his hand there.
Just like coddle, like hold it, just put my hand on it.
And I just feel like when he holds it, he needs like 4 hands to hold it.
I need 4 hands to hold mine.
No, it just feels like it's so big and you're holding
Pause.
it.
What's so big?
Wait, why did you say pause?
No, nothing. I was making a joke.
Oh. So yeah, I was like, I don't like it when you touch that because it makes me feel so uncomfortable.
And see, like, I respect that, right? Like if you truly don't want me to do it, I won't.
Okay.
But it will make me a little bit sad. I just think it's kind of like in that moment you're so relaxed and you're not worried about like anything, right? Like I feel like as people when we're sitting we kind of suck in our stomach a little bit or naturally you're just kind of like, oh, and it's like we're laying down, we're at home, you're with your husband, we're just hanging out. Let me enjoy all of you. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand that it's like you are like self-conscious about it, right? But it's something to where it's kind of like I'm not judging you, or like I don't care about like any sort of negative thing that you're thinking about it. Like
yeah, I feel
like I'm holding you and I'm loving you. That's
you're
how
making me feel so bad.
No, but I get it, right? Like we all have our insecurities and stuff, but I just want you to know that I am not in any way, shape, or form like doing it on purpose so that you can feel some sort of like negative way towards me doing that.
I get it. I totally understand what you're saying. I just never thought about it like that. I just thought like, I don't know how to explain.
Where am I supposed to put my hand at?
On my thigh or something.
Yeah, but that requires me to like be straight. You get me? Versus my hand just kind of hanging and just kind of holding you.
Okay, but
that's
hanging
the most comfortable
and holding
position.
Is totally different.
But it's there, so it's kind of like, oh man, it's warm. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it, but it's also like, man, let me just hold it. But yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if I'll continue to let you hold it.
But I was just curious because I was like, man, this is super comfortable. Like I feel like as a man or as a guy, you kind of just naturally kind of hold that area.
Okay, let me flip the role.
Okay.
So what if I'm Big Spoon?
Okay.
Which is like rare.
Okay.
I'm Big Spoon, and I wrap my arm around you, and I hold yours. How does that feel?
Mine's so big I can't even feel your hand, to be honest. I can't. You can't even reach, which is something that it's like I'm working on to like, have you be able to put your arm around me a little more comfortably, but I don't mind.
Okay, what
Explore
if I would,
me.
Okay, what if I would to scoop your
You do.
your chest?
You do. Honestly, like I don't mind, right? If you're like doing it as a joke, like I get it, but in the back of my head, I'm like, damn.
Exactly.
I gotta work out, bro. But it's not. But if you're like, if you're doing this and you're laughing at the same time, that's different.
No.
That's different.
No, but that's how I feel about the whole you holding it.
I'm not laughing.
Like
at you.
I'm just no, I know, but I'm just thinking in the back of my head, like, dang, I need to work out and get rid of this. Like I need to get rid of this little pouch because, like, he's literally holding it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I understand that you can feel the same way that I feel. You're scooping my tit.
Yeah.
But the difference here again is when you're scooping, you're like, that's different, right? Versus if you're cuddling me and you're holding my titty like that, I'll probably feel weird.
Yeah, that is pretty
but
weird.
it's kind of like, man, that's my chest. That's like if I'm holding your tit.
Honestly, when I fall asleep, like when I actually fall asleep, I don't feel anything or like.
What?
I don't know.
Oh man.
Like if you let me fall asleep and then you want to hold my pouch.
Your pooch?
I was gonna say pooch.
They call it a fupa, no? Isn't that what it's called?
I don't know what
front
that is.
Ass? No, it's not front butt.
I don't know. If it looks like that, I'm gonna cry.
It doesn't. I don't even know what to call it. It's just your tummy. That's what,
Okay, but I call it my pouch.
Okay, your pouch.
Okay, if I fall asleep and then you want to hold my pouch, I don't care because I'm asleep.
Okay.
And I won't even know you're doing it. I'm
also,
such a deep sleeper, so.
I don't mind if you scoop me, because that's temporary, because your boy, for the 30 millionth time, is going to get in shape. Man, honestly, like, that's something that I just wanted to know if any girls out there feel the same way that Sandy does, or like, do you mind? Like, do you mind if your man is cuddling you, you love him, you have kids with him, you guys have gone through so many things together, he loves you, you love him. Does that bother you guys? Let me know in the comment section below.
I want to know.
I want to know too. But yeah, those were our 2 topics for today, guys. We really hope you guys enjoyed it. Trying to get this podcast up and going again. I know we went MIA, so the next time we blow up, promise you we're not going to disappear. So stay tuned. We're starting up again, like I said. And yeah, if you guys want to hear any topics, comment down below. And if you're here from TikTok, we're posting clips on TikTok. Subscribe to the channel, baby. We'll be doing podcasts, vlogs on the channel, YouTube. Let's do it. All right, that's a wrap. We out.